Yeah. What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Monday here at the Pick Dawgz Morning Show. Y'all know the drill, man. We live 365 just to let you guys know our thoughts, opinions, and how we see today's action playing out. Got a lot to talk about today, man. Got a lot to talk about. And, of course, we'll get to today's games as well. But it's Monday. I got Franchise with me. Got Costi Durant with me. Got Jeremy Kahn with me.
What's Jeremy's nickname?
Given. Man.
Old man.
Chris, what's happening?
We're going to start calling Costi Watson or something like that because of his little remarks in our little private chat yesterday. A little weird.
Watson?
Yeah, like Deshaun.
I mean,
Sherlock.
I don't know. I asked Jay when it was 21-21 if his panties were wet.
Oh my god! I know it just caught me off guard. That's all. No, I'm happy to be here. New week. Today's college basketball card is fantastic. It is loaded. Starts early, finishes late. Awesome matchups, but there's a tournament. There's the Players Era thing in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. We'll talk about when we get to college hoops, but it is weird. It's a loaded tournament, but the format is so weird. But I said, ready to make some money today. Ready to help everybody cash some tickets.
Let's do it. Costi Durant, what's happening?
Just coming off a sweep yesterday. Feels good. Liked all my spots. I liked all my situations. Our big game on the board, we ended up pushing with the Chiefs. But listen, at the end of the day, a sweep is a sweep, even if you have two pushes along the way. So I'm excited to do winners and losers, and break down the card today.
Yes, sir. Jeremy, what's happening?
What's up, man? It's been good. Yeah, yesterday, good for me. I pushed on my best bet. I pushed on the Chiefs game as well. And how pissed were you? Like, some people had it at 3.5, and by the time you give it out and they're on the 1 yard line and they don't punch it in regulation, you're like, you got to be kidding me, guys. Come on. But it was a good day overall. I had your boys winning outright, so I felt good about that. We talked about that on Friday. But I had a nice weekend.
That's what's up, man. I had a decent weekend, too. Full yesterday, I went 5-5. Minus 3 cents was my day yesterday. So what it was. I had a few I won back. Like, I had a couple bad losses. I had 3.5 with the Chiefs. I had Steelers plus 2.5, and I had the Seahawks. So just those three are just like ill. Are you serious? I still don't know how the Seahawks didn't cover that game. But so those were my losses yesterday. But I had a lot of good wins. I cashed my NFL game of the month yesterday. As I said on the show yesterday, this probably should be my game of the year. It probably is my game of the year. Y'all know where I was. Y'all know where we start. Winners and losers. Come on, man. Didn't I tell y'all all week we finna go in there and beat the fucking Eagles? Didn't I tell y'all? We finna go in there and beat them, boy. Y'all thought we was down and out 21-0. Y'all thought we was good. Y'all thought we was cooked. Man.
He blew out his mic. That's how good.
Oh, man. Shit had me so turned, man. How about them Cowboys?
Turn the sound down here. Roll.
How about them boys? Man. Shit had me so turned. I also cashed my 2-leg parlay. I begged y'all to tell me all weekend, man. All week last week. How about them Cowboys? And then I got to bring it up, man. They told me bust down my AP. Perfect timing, man. Perfect timing. Perfect fucking timing. So it was a good weekend for me, man. I made a pretty penny. Shout out to Browns. Shout out to Cowboys. Two of my bigger plays of the NFL season. So, yeah, move on to today. Chris, as we do, we'll start winners and losers with you. How we feeling, my man?
Well, you already touched on the Cowboys, and as far as Shedeur goes, let's see him do it against a team with a pulse. For me, winner. It's one, and to be honest, with college, with how many, let's call it what it is. How many shit matchups there were because it's the week before the final week of the regular season. The SEC usually does this thing. I don't know much from college, but for me, winner from the NFL this week, Carolina Panthers. I think they are now the front runner in the NFC South. I think if Tampa Bay has, a significant injury, another injury to Baker Mayfield, I think they're cooked. I think Atlanta's cooked. I think New Orleans is just, they've been barbecue since week 1. So I think the Carolina Panthers, are playing the best football in the NFC South to begin with right now. And I think that, like I said, I think that everything's kind of just lined up to even, I know they haven't played yet this week, but I think everything's kind of lined up to where they're in a good position to make the playoffs, win the division. So winner for me because of everybody else's losses. Carolina Panthers.
We'll see if them boys take care of business tonight. I'll talk about them here momentarily. Costi, where you headed to first, man?
I'm going to go winner Cleveland Browns defense. No, Jay, put it down.
Yeah,
I'm not crowning the guy yet. He played fair. I need to see him against. I'm not taking anything away from him. He played a decent game, but I need to see it against a actual real defense. I need to see it against a decent defense. He played okay until that touchdown that he had on the screen pass. I'm not sold on him yet. The defense was insane. 10 sacks. I mean, the offensive Raiders offensive line is just, I said offensive Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders offensive line is fucking garbage. 10 sacks? I understand Myles Garrett gets in for 3, but what about the other 7? Like, you can't figure out a scheme to do anything offensively. But listen, the Cleveland Browns, I said it all along that, if they don't make mistakes on offense, they're going to be competitive in these shitty games. Against good teams, it won't work. But listen, 2 rookies, 1 at running back, 1 at quarterback. The receiving core is subpar, and they're still figuring out a way how to win this game. They won this game wire to wire. And respect to the defense. They've had a tremendous defense all year. And then loser, the Raiders, firing their offensive coordinator. The Geno Smith project is coming to an end. They're fucking garbage. They thought drafting Genty was going to be the solution to their offensive problems. How about start from the inside? How about start from the offensive line? How about make some trades and draft some offensive linemen? Your running back can't do dick if he doesn't have any blocking. What a pathetic team. And they just got ran all over at home again. You let the Cleveland Browns come into your house and just beat you up wire to wire, you stink. So Raiders losers.
Man, a couple things about that game for me. In my lifetime, I was born in 1999. I'm 26 years of age.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. The Cleveland Browns in that time have had 42 starting quarterbacks. 42. The last 17 in their first start had yet to get a win. So you gotta recognize the bright spot in the dysfunction that Cleveland is yesterday. I don't care who the hell they played. They played an NFL team yesterday. And I saw my young man, who should have been a first-round draft pick, whose coach is literally coaching against him, who doesn't like him. His own head coach does not like him. It's evident. It is evident. I challenge y'all to go watch Kevin O'Connell after J.J. McCarthy's first win. Look how he pumped up his rookie. And I dare you to go watch Kevin Stefanski's post-game interview yesterday addressing the team. And you just see it. You just see it. It's clear as day. Shedeur wasn't his guy. Never was his guy. His guy is Dylan Gabriel. And it's going to be hilarious when Dylan Gabriel gets to start this week if he comes back from concussion protocol. He's probably going to get to start again. So I'm not crowning him either. I didn't think he played great, but he got out of there with a dub yesterday. And that pass he threw, the 63-yard bomb, was the best pass in Cleveland Browns have had in the last 2 seasons. I swear to God.
He had three great throws in that game, and I'm not counting the 66-yard touchdown. Jerry Jeudy screwed that thing up by fumbling. That was one of his best throws of the day.
Man, so shout out to the Browns. Shout out to that defense for sure. Shout out to Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is now entering a conversation that I don't know if some of y'all are ready to have. Like he might be one. He's definitely the greatest defensive player of my era, of my lifetime. He's from my city. He's from Dallas, Texas. He went to DeSoto. So like I've known how good this guy was for quite some time. But it's crazy to see it play out, man. He's all-time great defensively. He's all-time great. Like, and we might need to start having that conversation of what level of all-time great he is. Where do you slide him in? Because he's definitely now in that top 10, and we might soon be starting to be having them top 5 conversations, legitimately. So, shout out Myles Garrett, hell of a game yesterday. Shout out Shador, great win. And the Raiders, I need the reset button. I also thought it was funny. We saw Antonio Pierce come out basically and said he was on board with Shador. He wanted Shador, and they fired him, and they decided to go with Geno and Pete Carroll. I thought that was hilarious. That came out yesterday. So just talking some football, man. Thought it was a good day yesterday for my guys, man. I was happy to see them get a dub. Who they got coming up? They got I want to say the Niners this week. So we'll see if Dylan's back under center or if it's Shador. I kind of hope it's Dylan.
They got the Niners
Shador down for the season.
Niners.
We saw what we needed to see.
Tennessee at home, win. At Chicago, loss. At home versus the Bills, loss. At home versus the Steelers, loss. And at Cincy.
Tie.
What?
Tie. 13-13.
Tie. Sorry, Jeremy. I didn't mean to jump in. I know you have some words.
Oh, that's all right. Do you want me to go?
Your turn. Here.
No, you
Yeah.
go.
You just, Chris, you just said 13-13. That's my winner. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. My dude.
Another guy from the city of Dallas. I swear to God. We bring him, bro. I'm telling you, we different.
By the way, I want to call Jay and myself a winner because I told Jay my favorite thing that he does is when he gets all fired up and he's not even looking at the camera and he's just doing it's my favorite. It makes me laugh every time. So if you go back and rewatch the video, as soon as he starts, I start laughing. But no, I wanted to bring up JSN because he's slowly entering, not even slowly, he's forcing his way into the top 5 receivers in this league. And I think 1 and 2 are Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. But the way that Puka, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, I mean, there's a lot of talent in this league. He's going to get 2,000 yards this year. He just broke the Seahawks single season record, which is insane. And he's got 6 games left. 6. So, I think he's a big-time winner.
It's scary that you can say like a bunch of those names and you can honestly make a case for any of them to be number 1.
Yep.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'll do it right now. JSN's the best receiver in the NFL this year. Flat out. I don't gotta wait. I don't gotta hold back, and I don't care what the excuse is. He's number 1. I saw Jettas last year with Darnold. I saw it. It wasn't this. It wasn't this. I tell you that right now. It wasn't this. I've seen Jamar Chase one of the best quarterbacks in the league for the past couple seasons. I mean, shit. He didn't put up Triple Crown, but I sat yesterday. I think at half, Sam Darnold had 160 passing yards. JSN had 140 receiving yards.
Yeah, I think he ended up.
They're 31st. The Seahawks are 31st this season in pass attempts.
It's crazy. Didn't he have 167 yards total for JSN yesterday? And again, the number you threw out is just ridiculous because he ended up throwing a couple of passes to somebody else, but he had like 70 to 80% of his passing yards by himself.
Yeah, the target share that he has is insane.
Man.
I mean, you know, they break it down with fantasy, like target share per player. Like JSN has such a high target share on that team. Great for fantasy. Unfortunate for me, I don't have him in any of my fantasy leagues.
I went up
Speaking of
against
wide
Premier
receivers.
Gibbs yesterday. That's all you need to know.
Oh,
Speaking of wide receivers, I hate to do this, and me and my dad were talking about it last week. I hate the narrative. After last night, though, it's official. There's a new number 1 wide receiver in Dallas. I never would have thought you would hear me, of all people, say these words come out of my mouth. But 3 is unworldly. 88, I still love you. Still my guy, man. But that's now 7 drops against the Eagles in 2 games. We should be 2-0 against the Eagles this year if you catch the fucking football. You had a couple clutch, crucial ones yesterday, like that one in the end zone. Disgusting. But you know who was there? You know who caught everyone that mattered? You know who was there for us when we needed? Even on the last drive, money play. You know who Dak went to? 3. And last thing, I got to get this off my chest, bro, because everybody was bashing my 80-year-old old man. Y'all was bashing him. Now I want y'all to give my man some credit. I want y'all to give him some credit. Show my man some love. That might be one of the best trades I've ever seen for a 3rd round. Go get picked. Oh, my God. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we got Quentin Williams and how we just shut down Shayshawn Barkley. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Quentin Williams, what a trade, Jerry. What a trade, Jerry. If ain't nobody going to tell you, Jerry, I'm going to tell you, you won. You won, Jerry. You traded Micah, bro. That was
Wait,
sad.
that's the 80-year-old man you're talking about?
no.
Huh?
That's the 80-year-old man you're talking about, Jerry Jones?
Yes.
I've
Shout out,
seen that
Jerry.
old fart.
Not
Shout out,
Steven.
Jerry.
Not Steven.
No, not Steven. That's all Jerry.
Senile old fart.
They bash you when you do wrong, Jerry, but they'll never come back and give you credit. I will give you credit this morning, Jerry. We got a lot of football left to play. And it ain't over, but it's a good victory Monday. So I digress. Chris?
I just like calling people senile old farts. So that's it just makes my day.
You watch your mouth.
Shut up, you senile old fart. See, it works.
Fucker.
Oh man. I'm going to go a little bit off the board for this one. I'm just going to say it like this. I just think that the winner is all of us this week for Feast Week. This is probably one of the best college hoops weeks I've ever seen. I know we're going to talk about, like I said, some of the tournaments that we're going through, but like some of these matchups are just like, man, I just wish I was in Vegas right now. Just at like a sports book, just throwing down bets on everything, because like some of these tournaments are awesome, and we're just getting them just this early in the season. Just makes me excited for what's going to happen the rest of the year. So maybe it's cheesy. Maybe it's just a bit of a cop-out, but I don't care. Winner, us college basketball fans this week for Feast Week.
Costi?
Let's see. Winner,
Baltimore
Los
Ravens.
Angeles. Yeah, that's expected. It's not a winner. That's expected. We're supposed to beat the Jets. We're supposed to be first place in the NFC North. We're supposed to beat the Bengals this week. And then we get the Steelers at home. We already know this was going to happen, Jay. You want to bring it up? We already knew when we were 1-5 this was going to happen.
Sadly, even I knew. I just didn't want to see it happen.
The books knew it was going to happen.
We knew what time
it was going to happen. They were favored to win the division at 1-5. When have you ever seen that in history of the NFL?
The Steelers needed that one yesterday. They needed it.
Fuck the
They
Steelers.
needed that shit so bad.
You know
They got
what?
the Bills
It's
next
winner.
week.
You know, I'm going to go back to that one. Winner,
it's
Chicago Bears. I'm still not sold on Caleb Williams. I'm still not sold on that defense. But this team and Ben Johnson are creative enough that put themselves in the position to win the game at the end of the game, and they just keep making clutch wins late in the game. DJ Moore, 2 touchdowns yesterday. Adunze made a couple catches. They have a 2-headed running attack. Caleb Williams overthrows people all game, and all of a sudden, fourth quarter, gets it done. Listen, it's hard to even put emphasis on this team the Bears that are going to do anything in the playoffs, but god damn, they just are resilient and they win games, and Ben Johnson just puts them in the best position to do that. Because the Steelers defensively played a really good game. Special teams, defensively, and the Bears just squeaked these games out. So shout out to the organization from being known as a losing organization that never won these close games to now all of a sudden they are winning them, and they just keep putting numbers up in that win column. So winner for me, Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I got some losers in college football. First off, I mean, we could sit here and talk about Cincinnati and how they performed against BYU, or you can call BYU a winner. But the one that really got me, and I was dead right on it and everything I said, I was all over the over in this game, and I said the line stunk, take Pitt. Georgia Tech, I was really hoping to root for them in the playoff, not expecting them to get it done there, but something new, something different, and they just laid the egg of all eggs against Pitt. They couldn't score in the first half. You're going, what the hell is happening? So I'll give Georgia Tech my big L.
That's a good one. I should have thought of that.
Shout out Georgia Tech. Open the door for SMU, man. Y'all ready for Texas? Instead of the college football playoff, it's going to be called the Texas Invitational. That's what it's going to be called because of how many Texas teams are going to be in there. Just want you to buckle up. SMU going to be in. North Texas is going to be in. Texas Tech is going to be in. The Longhorns are going to be in.
Okay.
How come you didn't mention the best one? I said A&M. You hate A&M.
A&M's going to be in, sadly. They're going to be in.
So you put, what do you think? BYU's going to go up against like a Notre Dame?
I don't think they make it. Texas is getting in. I'm telling y'all this right now. Same way I was beating the table, telling y'all we were going to beat the Eagles, telling y'all Shador was going to get a win. I am guaranteeing y'all that the Longhorns will make the college football playoff. They got us like 40% chance. I don't care what they say. If we go and beat Texas A&M like I know we are, that will be my – I hate to do that, but I swear to God, that's going to be my game of the year in college football. We are going to beat the shit out of A&M in that game. And when we do, we will have the best resume in college football. We will have beaten Oklahoma, who was like number 6 at the time. We will have beaten Vandy, who was number 9 at the time. And we will have beaten number 3 Texas A&M. And in the event that happens, we will be a 3-loss team. And you start looking at our resume compared to everybody else. The only thing that will separate us is a loss at the number 1 team in the country. So I want the committee to set that precedent where playing good teams on the road is a bad thing. I want them to set that precedent because at that point, there will be no point in teams scheduling up early in the season. You might as well schedule fucking East Carolina every week. If that's the case, if you're telling us what left us out of the playoff was going and losing at Ohio State, the number 1 team in the country, that what leaves us out, bet that. But I'm not worried because I know that's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. So when we
I think they're going to be first one out, man.
It's the loss at Florida.
Yeah.
But who cares? You cannot put Texas A&M and you cannot put Oklahoma both in the playoff when head-to-head matters. Head-to-head has to matter.
Of course you can.
You can't have 2 teams.
One loss Texas A&M team's not getting in.
And the one deciding factor would be the loss to goddamn Ohio State. No, you can't. I'm dying on that.
You're not going to penalize teams for losing like the SEC championship. They can't put Oklahoma in unless there's no reason for them to put Oklahoma in right now.
They're in right now. They're in.
Well, they shouldn't.
I mean, that win over Bama really.
They did lose to Texas, but they do have the road win on Alabama.
That's what I'm saying. You start to look at it. I've been looking at it for a while. Start to look at it and look, and you see what's going to happen. It's going to be nasty for the committee. And I already know.
But they're going to look at the overall product, and that loss to Texas, Mateer was still coming back from injury, not 100%. They're going to look at that. They look at that
too. We beat them.
I get it.
And we have better wins than they do.
The Red River Shootout.
Shit, you really want to talk about it? Bama should be the one out. We ain't got no home losses. All our losses on the road. You really want to talk about it? They lost at home. So you really want to talk about it? So it's a lot of shit to talk about. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. But we got to handle our business
one loss at home. They have one loss at home, Bama. They lost to Florida State at Florida State.
So they lost at home. We didn't. So y'all can do all that extra talking y'all want to do. I know what's gonna happen when we go and smash Texas A&M. When we go and smash their ass, we'll have another conversation here on this show. We'll have another, and I can't wait for it.
It's not going to be enough.
Yes, it is.
It's not going to be enough. I'm saying it should be enough, but it's not going to be enough because then
Yes,
they're going
it
to still
is.
wait that loss to Florida.
Y'all
That loss
forget,
to Florida is
the
the worst
committee
loss.
already show us love. Do y'all forget? I'm the same person who told y'all that they was gonna put us in over Florida State the last time. I told y'all that, and y'all all called me delusional for a whole month.
I did not.
I was called delusional.
I did not.
Chris and Mitch did. They was calling me delusional. Talk about how there was no chance.
Florida
of-
State's
you were
resume
right,
sucked.
and I said, watch.
I was not putting them in.
I said, watch.
They're not going to put. We were talking about it last year. They're not going to put in a Florida State team with a backup quarterback. They're not going to put him in.
No, everybody was saying
It was
how
a
they
third
deserved
string
to lose.
quarterback.
They only had
Third
one
string.
loss, and losing your quarterback shouldn't matter, and all this bullshit. And I was saying, man, throw that shit out the window. They're not leaving Texas out. They're not. And I'm telling you, same thing right now. They're not leaving us out. It's when we go beat A&M, number 3 in the country. We'll see.
So right now I just checked the projections. Texas wins against Texas A&M. They have a 9% chance to make the playoff.
I don't care about all of those, Chris. I don't care.
I know you
care
don't,
about all
but
of these
it's the-
projections.
But it's also the
I'm telling you what's
reality
gonna
of it.
happen. It's my
also the
job to
reality
tell you
of
what's going to happen. And that's what I'm telling you what's going to happen.
All right. It's like you're talking to a wall.
Damn. Oh, yeah, Gene? That's how you feeling? DM me on Instagram or Twitter, Gene, and I'll send you my plays for the week. That's how you feel.
Appreciate it.
Probably lives in Texas.
Okay.
That's Jay's lawn guy. He owed him.
Oh, man. So I thought it was a fun weekend overall, though. You know, I like coming here yelling at y'all. Wouldn't want to be doing anything else. Let me see if there's anything else that jumped off the page to me. Oh, I might as well just complete it. Loser. The city of Dallas, bro. Oh my God, damn. We just keep taking L after L after L, bro. Adolis Garcia not tenured? Damn. Didn't you turn around and trade my boy Marcus? He traded Marcus. Y'all know Marcus is my favorite, bro. Damn.
In fairness,
I understand Nemo's good. I don't care about the Nemo's good right now. I don't care about that. I'm the same person that I always come here and tell y'all I want to win it with my guys. Like, yeah, y'all have to understand the culture of my city. We are a culture of loyalty, and I continue to try to tell y'all that. That's why Dirk's one championship means more than any other championship. It just does, fam. And the same thing kind of with the Rangers. The Rangers, before we won the World Series in 2023, had never won a World Series. But we loved our players. Beltre, Kinsler,
Odor.
Nelson Cruz, Josh Hamilton. We loved them because loyalty. They took us to the World Series. And to see 2 years now removed, and they just got rid of all our guys like that, is nasty. It hurts. Damn. Shout out to Captain. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Cap. Appreciate you, Cap, for real. You always have a special place in my heart, Simeon. Man, love you to death, brother. Go ball out for the Mets. Please go ball out for the Mets. Nemo, I hope you come here and ball out, bro. I wonder where my guy Garcia gonna go to. It's been a rough year as a Dallas sports fan, man. I gotta understand. Just a year ago, all of our teams were in the conference championship, literally, except for the Cowboys. Everybody, Mavs, Rangers, and the Stars were all in the conference championship. And so to see all of this transpire in 1 year is a lot to take in. So, and plus the circus show the Cowboys already are. But I digress. Chris, anything else before we get into today?
No, sir.
We still haven't talked about the wings. We've hit on everything except the wings.
Speaking of the Wings, they just got the number 1 pick again, back to back, number 1 overall pick, back to back, number 1 overall pick. Shout out the Wings, man. Shout out the Wings.
Did anybody make any trades in the rodeo? Any big trades?
Jesus Christ.
No, not that I know of.
Who's the captain there? Who's the cap? Who's the cap?
A lot going on in the city, man. A lot going on. Anything else you want to talk about, Costi, before we jump into today?
Have we talked about the Cowboys yet?
I think we did.
Okay.
Sets
I did
up
at one
a beautiful
point.
game on Thursday.
The whole slate is good. You got Packers Lions early. You have Cowboys Chiefs midday. And
And
then
I'm about that late game.
late games. Joe Burrow is supposed to come back. Joe Burrow,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
he's supposed to come back. He's supposed to. Yeah. He's supposed to come back.
Somebody asked me if I was worried about Joe Burrow coming back, and then I just rattled off what Cincinnati's defense gives up per game. And then I said, no, I'm not worried about Burrow. They got to fix the other side of the ball.
I'm not
Worst
worried.
DVOA in NFL history.
Joe Burrow is the Cam Rising of the NFL. Where
What?
former
I
Utah
actually like
quarterback.
that. Yeah,
I
like
know
that.
who Cam Rising is, but I'm saying, what's the connection?
Oh, sorry. My bad. I thought you asked who he was. Where he keeps popping up on the injury report, expected to come back. Oh, yeah, he's coming back this week. Misses the entire season. Oh, he's coming back. Nope. Next week.
That's fair.
Next week.
Well,
Next week. And then all of a sudden,
the whole time they slated him to come back on Thanksgiving night, but he had full practice participant. I don't know what that meant. They never actually activated him from the
and
IR.
he's the Cam Rising because he's and I know he has had a good season, but I'm saying you're hoping for a good year. You're just hoping for it because you know he has what it takes, but then he gets injured and everything goes to shit.
But
It's
what's
just
the
like-
point there?
I actually kind of like it. I see
Maybe
patterns.
Jeremy can answer this for me. What's the point of bringing back a franchise quarterback in a season where you have zero chance to make the playoffs?
To
I mean,
spoil your off season.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility too. Like again, to tell somebody like Joe Burrow you're not playing the rest of the year, I think that's asking a lot. If you're, the best thing would be for them to keep riding this out and just get a high draft pick and see if they can't try to help fix that defense a little bit. But I mean, I don't know. Like we've talked about it before. Like I don't want my players playing in meaningless games. I hate when guys get hurt in meaningless games, but you can't avoid it sometimes. And Joe Burrow, he stays hurt, man. Like even their run to the Super Bowl, he had 5 touchdown passes. Their defense carried Cincinnati's ass.
Fair. All right, man. Jeremy, anything else you want to talk about before we jump into today?
Now let's get it rolling.
Let's do it. Oh, last thing I'll talk about because we didn't talk about it. I know they didn't cover for a lot of us, but that was still a hell of a comeback from them Chiefs. That was still a hell of a comeback from them Chiefs. When bro fumbled, I thought it was over. I turned the TV off. When they fumbled in the red zone for the Colts, I thought the game was over. I said, oh, shit, I'm cooked. So the fact that the Chiefs, man, pulled out that devil magic that they got in Arrowhead yet again, one more time, just lets you know they're not done. They're not out of it. And they're still, for me, right now, today, my favorites in the AFC.
Can't argue with you because you're not wrong. You can't crown the Patriots. You can't crown the Bills. You can't crown the Chargers, the Broncos. So, yeah, a team that can make it, literally any team that can make it to the playoffs in the AFC, I think has the potential to ride the wave and get into the Super Bowl.
I came away a little bit more impressed with the Colts in this game just because
They fought.
Again,
They did fight. Yes.
yeah, they took away Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones didn't totally wet the bed when they did that.
Yes.
So Look, this is a decent team. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like moving forward, but they're going to be playing some home games in the postseason.
Yes, the Colts played much better than I thought they would. I actually thought the Chiefs was going to put belt to ass yesterday. We've seen Chiefs put belt to ass in that coming off 2 losses, returning home to Arrowhead spot plenty of times. So the fact that they gave them all they could handle and it took that heroic of a performance late to win it, I think is a testament to the Colts too. And they're just as good as I've tried to tell y'all full season that they would be. So, yeah, shout out them swag Colts too. All right, fellas, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's get today started, man. We've been yapping about 30 minutes. But y'all know what Monday is. This is what Monday is all the time. We got to catch up. That's what happened. If you don't catch up, man, then you just always living in the next day. And it's a bad way to live. All right. We'll start where we always do.
Probably better to start with college hoops because it starts at 12.
Fuck college hoops. How about that?
Come on.
How about that?
Let's just be quick with the NHL, Chris.
There you go. No, yeah, Jimmy's right. We can start with the NHL.
Nah, we can start with college hoops. Let's do it. We got oh shit, it already started.
Yeah. I told you it was like
Yeah, their game's tipping off at midnight tonight. The Terps play at midnight.
literally all day.
Okay. We got Bucknell Bowling Green starting in 15 minutes. We got my alma mater, East Texas A&M, favored over Fairleigh Dickinson. I'm laying that 3.5. Let's do it. East Texas A&M. Let's fucking do it. We got or Texas A&M Commerce. That's what we really refer to it as. UMass versus Oregon State, Tennessee versus Rutgers, Belmont St. Francis, UAB versus the Salukis, Belmont versus STFU. Hold on, let me get it right. UAB versus the Salukis. We got Liberty versus Vermont, Jacksonville versus Bethune-Cookman. We got the Blue Jays. All aboard.
Not this.
Jays this time, though. The other one's Creighton. They be my hype train team, too. Y'all know I'll be on that hype train with Creighton. They're 3.5-point dogs on the road at Baylor, Seton Hall, NC State, VMI Buffalo, the Gottliebs, a.k.a. Green Bay's on the road at Iona, Grambling, UC Riverside, Notre Dame, Kansas is where we'll stop. So I stopped at 2:30 Central. Split it into 2, I guess. Chris, anything in this first slot of games jump off the page to you?
What time did you go up to, sorry?
2:30 Central. Should I go longer than that?
That's what she said.
We can go longer. Oh, wow. William and Mary versus UTEP, Lamar, Oakland, St. John's versus Iowa State. Oh, shit. Where that game at? Is that neutral?
That's Vegas.
It's neutral. Okay. Rice versus Kennesaw, Temple versus San Diego, UC San Diego, USC versus Boise, G-Dub, okay, George Washington versus Middle Tennessee, and Charleston versus Evansville. So I stopped right before 6 Eastern.
All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with G-Dub to bounce back after just not showing up yesterday against McNeese. Middle Tennessee is still a solid mid-major program as well, but I think that George Washington, this team was just running through everybody up to this point in the year. So I think George Washington gets it done. I'm going to lay the points there. This would have been a premium had the game been popping up right now. We're having problems, or at least with some games on the site, but Charleston laying the 4.5 against Evansville. I think Evansville is one of the worst high mid-major programs in the country. Charleston, I think, is better than their record would indicate. So I think Charleston gets it done here. We just saw Evansville get their asses kicked by Akron by like 38 points, I think it was. Quick turnaround. It's hard to shake a loss like that off after, with basically no rest. So zip. I think the Akron Zips are legit, and I think that Evansville is not. So give me Charleston there, and give me Belmont laying the big number. I think that Belmont is potentially the best team in their conference this year. St. Francis on the other side, they're 0-4 straight up and against the spread. This is a team that's going from D1 right down to D3 after this season. they basically have just, I won't say they mailed it in, but they're just going to go through this season, just play it out, and that's it. Belmont should win this game by 30 if they play up to their potential. They should break 100 points, no sweat. So give me Belmont laying the big number in this one.
From the franchise in the first slot of the day, Cots, anything that jumps off the page to you in college hoops?
I'm gonna lay the wood here, lay the 5 with Kansas. They've had a much tougher road here. They've played Duke, they've played North Carolina. Notre Dame hasn't played anybody yet this year except Ohio State. Outside of that, they just had a much softer schedule to start. So the 4-1 record, in my opinion, is a little, inflated in terms of, because they're 4-1, you're only laying 5 by Kansas. Kansas is a really big team this year. You saw that against Duke. They just got in foul trouble. I mean, Duke is just better, but Kansas played them tough in the first half. I think they get to Notre Dame here, and it's on a neutral court. So I'm laying the 5 with them. I'm going with Lamar. I'm still pissed that we don't get a Lamar parlay. I might just have to do an open-ended parlay going forward. But every Monday Lamar's played, I've cashed on them the last 3 Mondays. And I should just do a double open-ended parlay with the Lamar parlay. But I just think they're a better team. I like them on the money line here against Oakland. I know it's a neutral court, but again, I just think they're the better team, even though Oakland is horrible this year. And why would a 1-5 team be a favorite? I'm not buying into the books. I just think Lamar's a better team. So give me Lamar on the money line. That's it for me.
I just got 2. You brought up Creighton. I kind of like Baylor in this spot. It's a smaller price tag to pay on that floor. So give me Baylor. And then the other one that kind of stood out to me is one of the big games. I like that St. John's Iowa State game, and I'm going to be on Iowa State today. Iowa State's one of those teams where it feels like, I've said this before in baseball, where a team has like a bunch of number 2 pitchers. Like, they're very solid. They're going to win a bunch of games and then more than likely do what they do in the postseason and disappoint us.
That's exactly who Iowa State is. It's exactly who they are. And that's why I love them. Iowa State's my money team. That's why I asked where this game was. Y'all know if this was at Iowa, if this was at home for Iowa State, this would have been a lock, hammer. This would have been my first play of the season. But neutral site, I'm a chill. I still like them here, though. I think they're the better team. St. John's feels overrated, overvalued. They're a good team, but I think Iowa State's going to be too much for them when it all said and done. I think they're favorites in this game for a good reason. I'm with Jeremy. I'm going to take Iowa State in that one. That's the only one I really like. That's the only one I would possibly put money on in this first slot. I would lean towards Iona, fading the Gottliebs. Y'all know that's just something that just prints money. Fading Green Bay. They ain't been too bad this year though. They haven't. But I think Iona's the better team, so we'll see what happens. I'm not rushing to bet it. Lean to my Salukis on the money line against UAB. And that's really it for me here in this first slot.
So if you see any games in Vegas today, it's this Players Era Festival tournament. It's basically college hoops' 3-day answer to the NBA Cup. So you have 2 scheduled games, and then you get basically sent. So you don't even know who's going to be in the championship just based off of like this first. There's no bracket. It's the 2 teams with the best record. You basically have to go 2-0, and you have to have the highest point differential. And if you have a tied point differential, which they cap at 20 points per game, by the way, it's points scored. So coaches are not going to be hesitant to run it up. So that's why I said coming into the show, this tournament's a mess.
Fair enough.
But you kind of got to just pick your spots, these guys.
Houston. We have a problem. They're laying 14.5 on Syracuse. George Mason versus Ohio. Holy Cross, Siena. Youngstown State, Georgia Southern. Elon, the Teslas versus App State. Eastern Michigan versus Louisville. Louisville laying 33.5. North Kentucky versus East Kentucky, directional battle. Oral Roberts versus Florida Gulf Coast. Bellarmine versus the Citadel. Kansas City versus Lindenwood. NJIT versus Cincinnati. Sacred Heart, a.k.a. Sharp, versus Central Connecticut. Princeton Bradley, New Orleans, Mississippi State. Murray McNeese. UT Rio Grande versus Illinois. Oregon Auburn. Yale Akron, zip. Jack State, Arkansas State. Cal Poly, North Arizona. Radford versus SMU. Long Island versus Missouri State. LMU FAU. UTSA Abilene Christian. Louisiana versus UC Mike Davis. We got Washington State versus who the hell is that? Chaminade.
Chaminade.
We got the Zags of Gonzaga laying 4.5 on Alabama. We got Denver versus Arizona. Damn, it's a huge card today. San Diego State versus Michigan. Arizona State versus Hooker. And UNLV versus Maryland to close it out. Guys.
I'm playing Auburn here. I think they're just a better team. Oregon has had a very soft schedule to start the year. Auburn played Houston extremely tough. They only lost by a point. I think this Auburn team has a lot of freshmen that are going to be very efficient this year, and they're going to put up some points. There's a guy that I forgot his name, but really good swing forward. So I think even with the rebuilding of getting rid of some guys, Auburn's going to be talented this year. They're 4-1, and that's only because they lost to Houston. I think on a neutral court here versus Oregon, they win this game outright and they cover the 3. And then the only other one I like here, zip for me.
Zip.
This is our team. This is one of the teams. This is one of the Pick Dawg teams. I get it. It's on a neutral court. And Yale's going to try to slow it down, but I think zip. Akron is just a better team. Heads up. So taking Akron laying the 2.
Jeremy, anything to close out today?
Yeah, I got 2 in this spot. I like Gonzaga in their matchup. Understanding what Bama does, I think Gonzaga forces them to slow it down a little bit. The total is 172, so I do think there's going to be points. I think the under is interesting, and I like Gonzaga here. The other one that stood out was a smaller school play, and I had was it Northern Arizona and Cal Poly over the 162.5. I think we get a really good pace there, and I don't think either defense is slowing down either offense. So give me the over.
I'm taking that. I love Bama. You're giving me over a possession. I'm grabbing it. I think they're the better team. I think they win this game. I think Gonzaga's overrated, overvalued, like I always do. Play that little bitty ass conference, beating up on them little bitty ass teams. Show me against the SEC war, which is just different. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. We'll see if Gonzaga's able to slow down Bama. I don't think they will. I think Bama pushes the pace. I think Bama wins the game. I don't want the points. I'm going outright money line. If I were to bet it, I don't have a premium in college hoops yet. I'm with Costi, zip. Too good of a price to pass up with the zips. I think they ball today. I kind of want to take Oregon, but I'm not. And if somebody was supposed to flood somebody, I think Houston floods Syracuse. Syracuse a fake 4-0. They ain't played no damn body.
You want to play the game?
Strength schedule? Let's do it. We ain't played in a while.
365 teams. One being the strongest strength of schedule, 365 being the worst. Where do you think Syracuse is?
350.
Keep going.
Yeah. 359.
Keep going.
362.
You're going to the end of the earth on this one.
Oh, wow. So they have the weakest strength of schedule.
The weakest strength of schedule in the country belongs to the Syracuse Orange.
That is insane, bro. So, Jeremy, you're new to kind of doing college hoops. This happens all the time where I say some shit like that in college basketball, and then Chris just comes back on the back door and just confirms it. So yeah.
Jay doesn't complain when I come to the back door though.
It's very kind of you, Jay.
That's what she said.
I'm kidding. You want? Do you want to take a wild guess?
Right, you're disgusting, Chris.
Okay, easy there, Mr. Panty Thief.
I said
Disgusting.
Do you want to take a guess? I'll tell you, there's one team in this other time slot that means something to all of us, or to at least one of us. Sorry, that's in the bottom 5, and they play at 11 o'clock.
Who's that? Gonzaga?
Texas.
Oh, Texas. Oh,
I just wanted to remember.
That's fair. You see, I didn't take them today. I
know you didn't. I know you didn't. I'm just saying Texas is 3. Texas. So the bottom 5 teams in terms of strength of schedule in the country: Syracuse, Seton Hall, Rutgers, Texas, Miami, Ohio.
Who Rutgers got? I just
don't know
Rutgers
how that last one got in there, but
Rutgers playing who? They playing
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. They from the flood. Yep.
Iowa State's 355.
Yeah, I ain't playing nobody either. But and so for these reasons is why I haven't really bet college hoops yet. It's because we still don't know who some of these teams are because they ain't played no damn body.
But sometimes that could be a reason to bet them on a day like today where you don't play anybody and then it's like, shock to the system when you have to play.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Anything for you here in the last part of the card in college hoops?
Like I said, God, I got the baby oil comment in the YouTube chat. It's a Pepsi bottle. Shut up. Yeah, I think
is that what you call it?
What do you call it? I'm gonna take Arizona State here plus the 7 against Texas. I don't think Texas should be this heavily favored. I think these two teams I think are a lot closer than this line would suggest. Like I said, you look at the record and you see you see Texas's record at 4-1, but Arizona State's 4-1 as well with their only loss coming to Gonzaga. So, like I said, who's Texas played besides Duke? Since that game they've played Lafayette, Fairleigh Dickinson, UMKC, and Rider. It's so I got to go with Arizona State plus the 7.5, whatever you can get it at. I like Cal Poly laying the 2. I know they're coming off the win over Utah, and maybe that sets up for a bit of a letdown spot. But I think it's very telling that Cal Poly's favored on the road in this one, and it's a true road game. This Cal Poly team, don't get me wrong, I like them a lot more as as an underdog. But this team can flat out shoot. I mean, Mike DeGeorge, when he took over last year, he brought shooters with him, and he wanted to make this Cal Poly team a team that shot and made a lot of threes, and that was their recipe for success against Utah. I don't think Northern Arizona is very good. I'm going to go with Cal Poly. I'm going to lay the bucket with the Mustangs in this one.
All righty, man. That's college hoops for today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the NHL, National Hockey League Association. You got the Flyers and the Lightning, Red Wings, Devils, Blues, Rangers, Blue Jackets, Capitals, Panthers, Preds, Golden Knights, Mammoth, and Senators and the Kings. Jeremy, anything that jumps off the page to you?
Yeah, I got 2 here. By the way, the Utah Mammoth can suck my ass, man. I can't get these guys right to save my life. I bet on them 3 times this year, and I've lost all 3 games. But I like the over in that spot. I think we see some goals there. There were some 6s out there this morning. You might be more apt in finding some 6.5s, but I still like it. The other spot that I liked was Philly and Tampa Bay to go under the 5.5. I lost my last 2 NHL games, but I've been red hot, so still up on that leaderboard. I like these 2 games the most out of anything else.
A whole lot of 6s and 6.5. Sounds like my Tinder.
You get that high numbers? I wouldn't. I don't get anything. Just Costi sending me love notes.
That's Grindr.
Oh, see, I got confused. I use a different picture.
No, I mean, I don't send notes. I send videos.
Whoa.
Surprised. I didn't know the Ukrainians were that into feet that much, but that's okay.
Love feet.
The zoom on the camera is not that good. Jay remembers suddenly how quickly our shows go off the rails when it's the three of us with him.
Man. Let me see. I actually like a couple things in hockey today.
3 black
like-
shirts, 1 J.
I like the Mammoth over the Golden Knights. I think that line tell you everything you need to know. It's crazy to see my Mammoth start to get these prices, bro. I remember
That's why I said what I said. They're the right spot tonight, but I can't pull the trigger on that.
I'm pulling it. Revenge game at home. Quick revenge game at home. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta bet this. Quick revenge game at home. Golden Knights in the middle of an extended road trip, 5th road game, last 6 games. Yeah. Give me a Mammoth. Give me the Lightning. Them damn Lightning had me sweating bricks Friday night against the damn Edmonton. Edmonton scored a goal in like the first 2 minutes of the game, and then it was 1-0 the entire game. And I think the Lightning scored with a minute left to go and then won it overtime. What a sweat it was. They're playing really good hockey right now. They've won 4 of their last 5. I think they keep it rolling here today. They're at home where we love to bet them. I think the line tells you everything you need to know with them being this sizable of favorites. So, fade Philadelphia. Fuck Philly. Fuck the Flyers. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Sixers. Fuck the Phillies. Chris?
I'm going to go with the Golden Knights. Like Jeremy said, the Mammoth can suck my ass.
No.
This team is just seems not doing well right now. You can win a few games with defense here and there, and they did beat the New York Rangers, but the fact of the matter is this team is still struggling right now. 3 goals or less in 9 of their last 10 games. The Vegas Golden Knights, they've been alternating wins and losses on the road lately, but I still think they're the better team in this matchup. I'm going to roll with Vegas on the road in that one. I'm going to take the Florida Panthers. I don't love backing Florida on the road, but it's the lesser of 2 evils because I can't back Nashville right now. It came back off of that trip to they came back from the trip to Europe and got shut out again by the Avalanche. Florida, again, they've been inconsistent. There's still times where it really looks like they're missing guys like Barkov and Kachuk, but they're the better team at the end of the day. Nashville just continues to disappoint. So give me Florida and give me the Rangers. I can't envision this Rangers team continuing to go 1 win at home all season. Blues suck. The Blues are ass. I think the Rangers get it done. So give me the Rangers.
All right. Do I even need to ask you, Costa, any thoughts?
No, sir. Let's get the NBA.
Let's do it. Let's talk some hoops. 9-game card in the NBA tonight. Pistons, Pacers. Pistons laying 10.5. Cavaliers, Raptors. Cavs laying 2.5. Knicks, Nets. Knicks laying 13.5. Heat, Mavs. Heat laying 8.5. I don't really love today's card, bro. I hate Mondays in the NBA. Mondays in the NBA is always the day that crack me. Like, pause. But
I didn't even think that until you said that.
Lean Pistons. They're the only team on the do not fade list. There's a do not bet list. There's a do not fade list. The Pistons have earned their way onto the do not fade list. So I'm rocking with the Pistons here. The Pacers have been that bad. We'll see what happens. This line don't even make sense. This is a last year line. I'm taking the Raptors. We've already seen them beat Cleveland twice in Cleveland. I expect them to do the same at home. They've won 8 of their last 10, playing a really good brand of basketball. Raptors for me here in this one. Not trying to overcomplicate it. And the Knicks have been some hot shit on the road. They've been a money-making machine at home. The thing is, this kind of qualifies as a home game. Give me the Knicks. Give me the Knicks. Do I love it? No. I think it's the right play. I do. And the Mavs are on the DNB. Miami's playing a really good brand of basketball right now. I just think Miami, the pace of the play, and I just think Miami floods Dallas. Dallas has been on an extended homestand. Last time we seen them on the road, they got flooded by Minnesota. I think they likely get flooded here. Miami's playing well. Miami is playing well. Give me the Heat. I'll lay it. Chris?
Yeah, I think I'm going to lay it with the Heat as well. This wasn't something that I'm not going to lie to you. It wasn't on my radar. But now the more I look at it, the more I wish I kind of put it in because it was, the Heat's playing really well at home right now. And like you said, the pace is kind of the pace. I shouldn't say kind of. It has shifted, but now it's really starting to benefit the Heat, and I think it's going to benefit them against teams like Dallas that have issues scoring and just have issues keeping up. So I'm going to lay the 8.5 with the Heat here. And for me, it's a lean towards the Knicks. It just feels like while the Nets in the past have been a team that have been a profitable underdog, the Knicks just feel like that much better of a team. I mean, they've already beaten the Nets by 36 points earlier this season. I can't get there with the Nets. I think the Knicks get it done. So give me the Knicks and the points.
Costa?
Yeah, I'm on Toronto here. Back end of a back-to-back for both of them, but Cleveland has to travel to Toronto. We've said in recent years how powerful that home field advantage was for them, for people to travel all the way up there. And this is actually the best team we've seen in years outside of, the Kawhi Leonard years. I mean, in recent years, this is the best team. They're playing really well as a team. There's 10 guys that could score, that could get double digits for them. They're playing really good ball right now. And I trust the younger legs of Toronto in this one. I wouldn't even take the 2.5. I take them on the money line. Staying away from the Detroit Indy game. Like, I'm with Jay. You can't fade Detroit, but the odds makers keep increasing these lines for the Pacers, and they're going to start covering. I mean, look, they're still 7-9 against the spread this year. So they keep having inflated double-digit spreads, especially at home. It just looks like a backdoor cover. I'm just going to stay away from this altogether. Nothing on New York, Brooklyn, and I'm taking Miami at home. This is where they've been cashing. This is where they've had the most success. They're really good at home against the spread. They play fast pace. I don't think Dallas can keep up with them. I'm taking Miami there.
Jim?
Yeah, I'll stay with this game to start it off. I like the over here. I think we see points between these two teams. Really looking forward to seeing Cooper Flag in an up-tempo game like this. Heat at the number one pace in the league, and I can't believe I'm saying that. Getting Bam back, I think this goes over the total. Even though the Mavs have struggled to score at times, I think the way that this game moves, that both teams are going to score. And by the way, on Friday, what a bitch it was. We talked about that 250 total, and it landed right on the number. It was crazy with the NBA Cup. The other spots I like, I disagree with you guys. I'm going to go with the Cavs for some of the same reasons that Jay said. I don't think the line makes sense. So I'm going to take the Cavs minus the 2.5 on the road. And lastly, I like Detroit as well. The ball movement's just been fantastic for them. I think the Pistons look great. I'm not betting this game, but I would lean towards Detroit in this spot.
We got the Nuggets and the Grizzlies, Bucks and the Blazers, Bulls and the Pelicans, Rockets and the Suns, Jazz and the Warriors, and Timberwolves and the Kings. Chris?
Yeah, the back end of this card's kind of tricky. I'm going to lean towards the Nuggets, though. Laying the 8. I know it's the Nuggets on the road where, they've kind of got burned with them lately, but they're still 6-2 straight up, 5-3 against the spread. The Grizzlies' injury report is just horrible. It feels like we're almost back to the days of the Memphis Hustle. It's a mess right now. And until this team gets healthy, it just makes it extremely hard to back them, even catching a decent amount of points when the Nuggets have been known in the past to be less effective on the road. So I'm gonna lay it here with Denver, and I'm gonna hold my nose and take the Pelicans in the points. I've seen them play some close games lately. Same thing with Chicago Bulls. I mean, their last 3 games have been a pair of 1-point wins and an outright loss to Miami where they lost by 36. But the one that was telling to me was a 1-point win over the Wizards. They had to really battle in that game. New Orleans, they covered against Denver. They snuck in the back door against OKC. They barely lost on the road to Dallas. Like I said, I think this is just a hold your nose spot and take New Orleans as Chicago is just not as sharp as they were earlier in the year. And, even then, yeah, that you beat Denver, great. But then I can't forget the fact they gave up 150 points to Utah. So I'm going to take New Orleans plus the 5.5.
Costa?
I like 2 games here in this slot. I'm going to take Milwaukee at home. I know without Giannis, they've been playing awful ball. But 3 out of the 4 losses were against Lakers, Cavs, Detroit, and then also to Philly. You saw yesterday. I mean, I know that Milwaukee's defense is not going to be anywhere close to the Thunder defense, but Portland just looked out of whack yesterday. Now they have to travel and play a back end of a back-to-back. I mean, that's just not going to be well for them. Milwaukee's well rested. Portland is not. I think Milwaukee wins this game. Even though their lineup right now that they're throwing out there as the 5 is just not good, but still at home. They're still 500 at home. They're still 5-5 ATS at home. Not worried about ATS here. They just got to win the game. And then I'm laying the points with Golden State. Utah has been awful on the road. ATS, the spots have been with them is at home. Golden State needs a get-right game after taking 3 L's here of late. So, they only have 1 loss at home. That was the last time they played Portland. But I think this is a get-right game, and they win this game by 20+.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I'll co-sign on everything Kasi just said about the Warriors. I mean, same thing I was just going to say. Like, Utah's just been terrible on the road. 2 other plays that I kind of like are the Rockets under, Suns on a back-to-back. We know what the Rockets are capable of. I mean, some people might say, why don't you just bet the Rockets if you think they blow them out? I just think the under is the safer play in that matchup. And again, going back to it, I think we see points in the Bulls game. If you guys haven't been paying attention to Derek Queen, that kid's so good, man, and I'm so happy for him seeing him play like this. And then the best part is he even gets run when they're getting blown out. So he's been putting up some big numbers out there. He's like I don't even like calling him a mini Jokic because I think it's just disrespectful to Jokic because nobody's quite like him. But Derek Queen's really good.
I don't think it is. I saw somebody make a comment. And they said if his name was Jokrina Djokovic, Queen Jokovic, then everybody would be all in love with him. But because his name is Derek Queen, they're not talking about it. I kind of agree. If his last name ended with a Vitch, and you got to realize who I am, Jeremy. I'm the guy that props up the urine players. I'm Mr. Euro. So I got to agree. I have to agree. He caught me with that. I said, damn.
It's good.
This was my favorite when he stole the ball in garbage time and got the dunk.
Yeah. that was real. That was real. I'll start from the back. Pause. Yes. Give me the T-Wolves laying the 9.5 here. The Kings are that damn bad. I know they just went into Denver and got a win. Shocked the hell out of me. Denver's lost back-to-back home games. What the heck? Give me the T-Wolves, though. T-Wolves have been good against bad teams, trash against good teams. I think that holds true here. Give me the Warriors. It's a really good spot for them. Bounce back game at home. Coming off the ugly loss. Jazz on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, leaving the elevation. We cashed with the Jazz last night. Shout out to Jazz. It was a great spot to take Utah last night at home. Quick revenge spot of going up against the Lakers. They just played them in LA. It was a great spot to take them last night. We had them. Shout out to the Jazz. We're fading their ass tonight. The Warriors have been night and day. Money at home, trash on the road. this should be like a 20+ point blowout. Somebody make this line make sense. This is my what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? How? Based on what? And KDL, you still trying to tell me 6.5? Based on what? This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about with Phoenix all season long, where it's like they just wrong. They're just wrong. It's not surprising because they was wrong all of last year. They was wrong the year before, and they wrong again. They just don't know how to properly value Phoenix. And that's cool because you know who do? I do. And this is not a 6.5 point line game. Based on what? Are y'all not looking at how Phoenix is playing? This team has won 8 of their last 10, 4 of their last 5. They're balling. They've had an uptick defensively. I get it that the Houston Rockets are in the rest advantage spot. Phoenix just played yesterday, but 6.5 in Phoenix? Are we serious? No KD? Huh? No. Got to play the spot, got to play the number. I got to grab the points with Phoenix here. Keep an eye on the injury report. Keep an eye on the injury report as the day progresses. But I think Phoenix has a legitimate chance to win this game outright. Plus 210. So, based on what? 6.5? They're playing too well to lay that many points on them. Too well. Too well. The Bulls are on the do not bet list. How the hell you get smoked on Friday night by the Heat? How? Didn't even compete. Then, all right, cool. We'll just say that was a bad game. We'll throw that one out the window. The very next night, granted, it's not a great spot, but it is. You just got flooded at home, and you got the worst team in the league coming in. You're 14-point favorites. They should have lost that damn game outright. I'm telling y'all right now, they should have lost outright. I don't want nothing to do with the Bulls right now. I think New Orleans comes in here and has a legitimate chance. Ever since the Bulls started, the Bulls had a good 2 weeks. Ever since then, this team has been in the gutter, and that's where they will remain. They're the same Bulls we've known them to be the last 4 or 5 years. The same Bulls. You're going to blink. We're going to be at the end of the season, and they're going to be in the play-in tournament. That's who they are. That's who they always will be. Short, sweet, simple. And I agree with Costi on this one. I lean Milwaukee. I don't love it. I hate betting the Giannis Bucks, but I think it's the right play. How bad Portland's been playing. I just don't like what I'm seeing from Portland. And then Holiday's out, Shaden Sharp's on this injury report, Robert Williams on this injury report. Ugh. I don't want to bet the Giannis Bucks, but it makes sense why they're favored. And bro, you lose back-to-back at home? You want me to lay 7.5 on the road? No. Fuck no. You can't get outrighted at home by Sacramento and then just think I'm just supposed to forget that? No. Y'all know I love my chicken nuggets, but no. I'm on Memphis. Memphis has won back-to-back games. Keep an eye on the injury report. Jaren Jackson Jr. is game-time decision. It wouldn't shock me if Denver come here and flooded them. It wouldn't shock me. Denver is head and shoulders the better basketball team, but I don't think this is a favorable spot to take them coming off back-to-back home losses. I just don't. You get beat by Chicago. Chicago was on a back end of a back-to-back with travel following a double overtime game, walked into Denver and beat y'all. What the hell? Y'all had the race advantage and lost in that spot. Then turn around and let Russ come in there and do y'all like that. No, not betting Denver right now. I'm not. Give me Memphis. It's an ugly bet. I don't want to do it, but I feel like it has to be done. We'll see what happens. And that's the NBA. Anything y'all might have missed in the NBA tonight?
I feel like you covered every single NBA game and the Dallas Cowboys and every Dallas team. There's nothing for us to do.
I'm just here, you know what I mean?
I'm waiting for him to tell us somebody shot JR so we get more Dallas in there. Is that, wait a minute. That's probably you guys are probably way too young for that anyway.
NFL game tonight. Who's playing tonight? I forgot.
Panthers.
Dallas Cowboys.
I don't even think
that was yesterday.
I don't even think I got a graphic for this trash ass game.
We could break down the Cowboys game again if you want.
We can. We can break down Cowboys Chiefs. If y'all
I got
want.
places to be. I can't be here till 4 o'clock.
I agree.
We got the Niners laying 7 on Carolina in San Francisco. Oops. Costi, we'll start with you.
I'm taking the over here. I think with San Fran being as healthy as they're going to be offensively, having Kittle, McCaffrey, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, I mean, Brock Purdy. You saw what they did last week to the Cardinals. If they're firing on all cylinders, Purdy is such a timing-based quarterback. And when he has all those receivers, they could dink and dunk, and they have Kittle over the middle. I think it's going to be, I mean, look, the total is 49.5 for a reason. I still like the over here. I think Carolina puts up points. I like what I'm seeing out of Tet and Bryce Young, and they have a two-headed backfield in Carolina now. They're both efficient. So I just think there's going to be points scored in this game. I think 7.5. I would lean a little bit toward Carolina as well, grabbing that hook. Like you said, they're in a spot right now where they got to play. If they want to win that division, they got to win this game. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd rather the 7.5, and I'll take the over.
Jeremy, what you thinking?
Yeah, so I'm going to throw out a couple of prop plays here. I mean, it's been ridiculous. I was 3-1 on Thursday night, 6-0 on Saturday, 4-2 yesterday, and I give all this stuff out for free as I attach them to my plays. I got a premium on the game here, but you know, if you look at Rico Dowdle, I love this spot. The San Francisco defense has been giving up big plays, chunk plays, and long drives as well. I just think Costi pointed out all the great stuff about San Francisco on offense. On defense, we just had Jacoby Brissett, and I know there's some junk time in there, throw for over 400 yards against them. Michael Wilson was just going off. What do you have, 16 receptions or something goofy? I do think San Fran wins the game, but I think Carolina can keep this close. So I like Rico Dowdle anytime touchdown, and I like him over his rushing and receiving prop, which is sitting at 96.5. It might actually, I saw some 98s out there a little bit ago.
I don't like this game. I probably won't bet it. I feel like I know what the play is. The play is like, okay. Thinking logically, just looking at who these two teams are, looking on paper, looking at what they've done this season, to me, there's no 7.5 point gap. There's just not. To me, the 7 points feels like preconceived notions on these teams, who the Niners have been over the past few seasons and who the Panthers have been over the past 2 seasons. But if we're talking about specifically what has happened this year, there's no 7 point gap between these teams. There's not. Them Panthers be playing football. You remember, I'm the person who already came in here and beat this table and told y'all the Panthers was going to win the division. I already told y'all that 2 weeks ago. Fuck it, I got to be. I just got to stick to my word. Let's go, Panthers. Let's go. I think they can win. I think they can win. This team been balling. I done seen them put up some good performances this year. The Niners, man, fading Shanahan Monday night at home is not fun. But there's no 7 point gap. There's just not. And the one thing that does make me hesitant is I lost last night in a similar spot where I felt like there wasn't a 7 point gap between the Rams and the Bucks. I just didn't feel like there was a 7 point gap between them two, and we saw the Bucks get fucking obliterated. But the difference here between that game and this game is the Rams may be one of the best teams in football. We know the Niners are not. They're not. They're a well-coached team. It's the stigma. Can we get over the stigma? Do we really want to take Carolina on prime time, cross country, in a spot like this? Is Carolina ready to take that next step that I think they are? Is Bryce Young ready to be that guy? Looking at these teams on paper, man, I think this line should be San Francisco -4. So I think I have a 3-point advantage for just my thinking. So with that being said, I'm on Carolina. Chris?
Yeah, you and I had the same kind of line going into this game. I had 4.5. I think that it's too many points. Carolina's all of a sudden flipped their narrative from a team that can't win on the road to a team that struggles to win at home, but are finding ways to get it done on the road. I mean, this is a team that went on the road and beat. I mean, the Jets isn't saying much, but they beat the Falcons last week in a game that they needed to have. They beat the Packers as 13.5-point dogs.
Walk into Lambeau and got that done. We can't act like that didn't happen.
Yeah, and San Francisco, I mean, I don't know. I'm with you. I don't see 7.5 here. So I'll take Carolina.
Never seen 7.5. Sorry.
You said what?
I've never seen 7.5. I mean, if I measure from my butthole, maybe, but never 7.5.
Damn, it's 7.5 too. I might gotta leave this game alone though, because why is it going up? Like, guys, are the sharps
usually if you shake it a little
bit.
Are
the sharps on the Niners tonight?
No,
they're not.
No, and you got to remember when these line movements happen, it doesn't unless you know who's moving the line and why. Just because they show public money versus money play bets versus the amount of bets versus the amount of money, all of that it's blinding you as a consumer.
Yes, but no, seven is a key number. So moving up and over the key number of 7 speaks volume.
But wasn't it 7.5 and went down? Wasn't it 7.5 all week?
I've seen 7.5 pretty much all week. So I've never seen 7.5 until right now. So I could be wrong. That's why I'm just asking the question. So like 7 and 7.5 is 2 totally different things. That's a 7-point win and that's a 10-point win. That's 1 possession and 2 possessions. That's 2 totally different things. So it's like that line at 7.5 makes this game totally different for me. If the closing line is 7.5, I will not bet Carolina. I will not. If it's 7 and below, I'm betting Carolina. It's just that simple. Putting that hook on that 7 makes me feel like they're trying to bait me on Carolina.
I don't think it has anything to do with baiting you. That at the end of the day, these books just want to have equal money on these bets. The only game of the year that they don't have equal money is the Super Bowl.
So where's the money at in this game right now? Is the money on San Francisco?
Again, what are you basing your source of information from?
Yeah.
Is it public money? Is it gambler entertainment money? Or is it sharp money? Unless you know those answers, the money doesn't matter.
It does. You have to be able to decipher all of that. And that's what I try to do a lot of that's what I'm saying is who's moving this number off of 7? That's the question I'm asking is who's moving? I'm telling
you, it's who's betting one side, then they're moving it to the other when they set the line.
So answer the question. You're just answering the question with a question. Who's moving?
And when we would always talk about this.
Okay, let me answer the question again. Is it the public coming in right now saying I'm on San Francisco and that's why this line's going to 7.5? Is it the sharps coming in, banging it at the 7 that's moving it to the 7.5? Or why is it going to 7.5 is all I'm asking. I get everything you're telling me.
Why? Because you have everybody that lost yesterday is betting the game today.
What are they betting, Costi?
They're betting if they're betting 7.5 on San Fran. I mean, if they're betting all San Fran, it's right now.
That's what I'm asking.
Betting San Fran
because
they're trying to get their get out of jail free card. All right, I lost X amount yesterday.
I wasn't going to hammer San Fran, but now that we're talking about it, I'm intrigued. So now I'm trying to look.
Well, I was just on Don Best. It said it opened. The first opening line was at 6. And I mean, I've seen the public's all over the 49ers, whether that's what's moving the line or not. But It was a great
Okay, so
disparity
now that
in what
I'm
I saw.
looking, yes, the money is on San Francisco. Okay,
I
so that makes
also
me feel
believe-
better. That makes me feel better. That goes back to my original narrative. That's all. I'm just trying to create a narrative. So my
That
original narrative
non-best
is
number-
this line should be 4.5 based on what I've seen on the field. Why is the line not 7.5? It's because people are continually betting San Francisco, whether that's the sharps, whether that's the public. They have drove this line from what I think it should be 4.5, opened at 7, now to 7 and a hook. And it's because a pretty good substantial amount of money is on San Francisco in this one. Why is that the case? In my mind, it's because the narrative on the Panthers is still they're the worst team in the league, like they've been over the past couple seasons, and San Francisco is still who they're supposed to be. That's all I'm saying. You were trying to make it way more complicated.
Well, what I can tell
what
you
I was trying
from a
to say.
sharp standpoint, the Island game is the least attractive game of the week.
Fair.
The Monday Night Football game is the least attractive bettable game for any sharp betting group out there because it's usually the sharpest line that has an entire week to be moved based on public or sharp, whatever it is. A lot of sharps don't attack the Monday Night Football game as a whole. From a handicapper standpoint,
So
it's
basically,
different.
all I've taken from this conversation is I
6,
think
7.
the line's 4.5.
6, 7. That's what you take.
I think the line should be 4.5. The books made the line 7. The sharps are not involved in this game because it's an island game. So the only reason this line has gone from 7 to 7.5 is the public has came in on
The
San
favorites.
Francisco. And I think they're wrong. So with that being said, I'm on the Panthers. Damn, I don't think that was that complicated.
We got there. We got there, Jay. We got there. We got there. That was good. We got there.
Jeez.
Man, took us a minute. We got there.
We got
Chris.
there.
No,
We missed our
promise.
exit. Like,
No, I know. It's been a long show.
God damn.
All right.
What?
Well, we did it.
I thought you were. I
So
thought
we
you
did-
were waiting for me to.
No, I forgot you already went. You already said you like Panthers. too.
So.
Man, that's it. That's all, man. Chris, what you got for sale today over at PickDawgz Premium?
Yeah, for me today, it's college basketball is my biggest play on the board today. That's my college basketball big play. Got a bunch of plays from college hoops. College hoops is where my heart is. You know, every year I love college hoops. It's my favorite day of the week. My favorite week of the year is Feast Week. So definitely something that you want to check out today. Got a couple packages. Got an NBA play of the day. Got a NHL power play. So just hop on something long term. Get yourself all day action and let's make some money. You can pair me up with Jay, pair me up with Jeremy, pair all three of us up. But whatever you do, use that promo code PICK and get 15% off your purchase.
You know, his microphone cut out, and I thought he said that's where his heart is.
Kathy, what's going on at Safer Syndicate Group?
Well, he told us to hop on him too. So
Hey.
Right now, I mean, last week was really, really big for us. 11.3 units made, 8, 3, and 2 overall. Very low volume. So if you're interested in understanding how to bet with units, not just flat betting like you could purchase from the website from any of the amazing handicappers, hit me up. We do require that you bet at least 100 a unit to enter this group because it's sprinkled across David Miller, Micah Smith. These guys are, what Jay said, they moved the number. So if you're interested, hit me up about that. I also represent Jeremy's All Access, Jay Yang's All Access, and Big Al's All Access. So if any of these three things resonate with you or you want to be involved, the number's right on the website under Safer Syndicate Group.
Bone Costi Durant. Jeremy, what you got going on?
yeah, I got a bunch of stuff up. I put it all up this morning. I got a triple play in the NBA, one in college hoops, and then my favorite triple play is with my NHL plays and the NFL play, and it comes with 4 free props. I've been doing that every Monday and Thursday, throwing in props, and I got to be honest, I know Costi co-signed on it last week. I have been murdering prop bets all season long. So yeah, if you want to jump aboard, you can pair me up with whoever, but definitely if you're going to get a play, check out that NFL play I have tonight. I'm a few percentage points off the top of the leaderboard in the NFL. I'm hoping I can get there after tonight.
All righty. For me tonight, man, I'm probably going to add that NFL play. It's going to be Panthers, so y'all got a free. 7-0. It's nasty. For me, yesterday, I cashed my NFL game of the month. Probably should have been my game of the year. I had the Dallas Cowboys money line. I didn't want the points. Shout out to them. Tonight, I'm going to have – the more I talk about it, the more I like this NBA card, and I'm trying to go light. We'll see what happens. I went 3-1 in the NBA last night, so I'm planning on having 3 plays, but there's a couple of things that just seem to get stronger and stronger the more and more I look at it. So we'll see how it ends up playing out over the next 20, 30 minutes or so. All my plays will be up over at PickDawgz Premium. Pair me up with Chris, pair me up with Costi, pair me up with Jeremy. Let's do the damn thing. Oh, let me just be 1,000,000% transparent. I am 2 games below 500 in the NBA thus far this season. 2 games. I think I'm down like 5 units or so, getting juiced. So that's been my season. If you know me, you know after a cold streak, there's usually a generational heater on the back end of it. I just got to say that because that's how it happens. So
you say you're going to get hotter than fish grease.
I get hotter than fish grease. It's crazy how it happens. So maybe we started today.
We're not allowed to cook fish in my household, so
we'll see what happens.
What, Chris? What? What are you going to say?
That's just a random thing I would have never thought.
Not allowed.
Yeah.
Can't
Fish don't fry in the kitchen.
Things don't burn on the grill.
Yeah. Costi moved on up. That's what happened.
To the east
Somebody
side.
else fries his fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parlay time. Parlay. What you got, Chris?
Let's go with – I'm going to go to college hoops. Let me just get the card up here. Let's go with Iona. Let's go with the over in Gonzaga, Alabama. And George Washington.
G-Dub.
Costa?
I'm going to go all NBA. Go Toronto Raptors on the money line. Milwaukee Bucks on the money line. And yeah, that's good enough. 2-teamer. Two-team money line parlay.
Jeremy?
Yeah, this one's plus 840. Give me Rico Dowdle anytime touchdown over the 99, or I got 99.5 here now. Rushing and receiving yards. Iowa State minus the 2.5. If I'm parlaying them, I might throw them on the money line just to be safer. And then over 164.5 Cal Poly, Northern Arizona, plus 840.
Fairly Dixon over at taking my alma mater behind that shit. Oh shit. All right, I'm a was that one I liked in college hoops today? Alabama. Give me Alabama money line. Give me Miami Heat laying me 8.5, and give me the Carolina Panthers plus the 7.5. You really want to get greedy? Go Carolina Panthers money line, Alabama money line, and then Memphis Grizzlies. Not Memphis Grizzlies. Phoenix Suns money line. $3 outright. We'll see what happens. Man, that's it. That's all. I ain't got nothing else for y'all. Chris, any final words we got here for the day?
Let's make it a winning day. Enjoy feast week, everybody.
Costa?
Just reminding everybody that Friday morning we will be doing a Mitch Wilson tribute. So definitely tune in for that. That'll be the 1-year anniversary of his passing. So
Jeremy,
long live Money Mitch.
No, nothing else for me. I mean, it's going to be an interesting week. I think Thanksgiving is going to be great. Chris, I know you're celebrating up north too. So, but yeah, hopefully it's another good week. So that's it.
We had our
Appreciate
Thanksgiving
you,
A month ago.
Yeah.
What's that?
We had our Thanksgiving in
a month
October.
ago.
Oh, you guys defeated the British too? Hey, look, I had the British plus 6.5, so I lost.
Appreciate y'all, man. We out here. Make it a winning day. Peace.